Tesla's all-new redesigned Model 3 Project Highland is done. It's ready to go, it's ready to be delivered, and you may be able to order this all-new Model 3 right now. Plus, we've got updates on the Model Y refresh coming soon. Cybertruck pricing has leaked. You can go to Tesla's next event if you know the secret. And of course, as always, there is new controversy happening in the wild world of Tesla. This has been a crazy busy and also crazy controversial week in the Tesla news world. A lot of insane leaks, some leaked pricing that people are upset about. Let me break down all the latest news that you need to know about, all the wild stories making news in the world of Tesla. Also, I want to give a huge thanks to the Magback Rim Case for sponsoring this video, and also tell you guys I'm doing a giveaway, a special giveaway where you can win $25 of Amazon money for free. I'll give you more details on that at the end of the video, but first, let's jump into some news. So let's kick things off with some really exciting and also very controversial news on Cybertruck, and also some exciting news for this channel. That's because Tesla has finally announced that the Cybertruck Delivery Event is imminent. In fact, they are now saying that it is official, and yes, you're actually able to go, but it's gonna cost you, but probably not in the way you're thinking. After Elon tweeted or X'd that he drove the production Cybertruck around Giga Texas, Tesla quietly introduced a new reward in their referral program that allows you and a +1 to attend the Cybertruck event in Austin, Texas when it actually happens. And before you comment down below, no, we still don't know the date, though as of right now, current best guesses in the community suggest this could be an end of September, early October thing. But again, we don't know as of right now. Also, before you comment down below, the referral does not include airfare, doesn't include lodging, but for 30,000 referral credits, you have the privilege of attending. So basically, it's just a pass to actually get in. And with the current scale of how the referral program is, 30,000 credits either means 3 refers of a 3 or a Y, because those are 10,000 credits each, or maybe, I guess, less than 2, 1.5 refers of a Model S or Model X, or maybe a combination of the two. 30,000 is a lot of referrals, but not something crazy, not unattainable. And actually, thanks to you guys, I had enough to accept that referral reward, and I will be going to the Cybertruck event whenever it is. I don't know when it is, I don't know how I'm going to cover it, but I will be there covering it for you guys, actually in person. Going to be really exciting, my first in-person Tesla event, and I'm curious, what would you guys want to see? Is there a certain perspective you want to see? Do you want to see behind the scenes? Do you want to see any kind of specific info? Just let me know what you would want to see from that event down below. I will be there to cover it. I'll share it with you guys. And it'd be kind of cool to take you behind the scenes. But that's not even the big Cybertruck news of the week, because there is more, much more. We've seen from a couple of different photos some new sort of features of the inside of the Cybertruck. For example, with this Elon photo, we can get a glimpse of the interior ambient lighting inside of Cybertruck. And I'm assuming that this might be something very similar to what's going to be coming to the other Teslas, including Project Highland Model 3. That also is supposed to be having interior RGB lighting inside, and this might give us a glimpse of what that's going to look like. And we also know that the Cybertruck is going to be having a front bumper camera, which should hopefully allow for some sort of bird's eye top-down view, should also be coming to the refresh Model 3 as well. And from this particular picture, we actually get our best glimpse yet at what the vantage point of that front camera is going to be. And from this one photo we can see, it actually does look super helpful. And this sort of is that screen that sort of shows you the different cameras around the car, so you're not able to get a good look at what's going to be in front of the car. We don't know if the top-down view is going to be there by launch, or if it's going to even come at all. But what we have heard from those experts who sort of know how this hardware works is that having that front bumper camera is sort of like having the missing piece to the puzzle that would make a top-down 360 view possible. So hopefully that's what we get, but at the very least, we should be getting at least a way to actually view what's in the front of your new Tesla. We've also got images of the Cybertruck on the actual production line. Someone is definitely losing their job for this, because Tesla actually just sent out a memo recently to employees explicitly warning them to not share any photos of Cybertruck inside of the Tesla facility after this video made the rounds online. So someone's not going to have a good day at work soon for that. And also, we allegedly now have some new info on Cybertruck pricing. Maybe. In a sort of surprise turn of events, Elon responded to a pointed question on X from James Locke, who replied to the photo of him in the Cybertruck, saying, quote, "I say this with all due respect, enough with the hype, let's get down to business. Please announce the specs, pricing, and new estimated delivery event date, end quote. And surprisingly, Elon replied saying, when we are ready to do so, we will. While I think it is our best product ever, it is an extremely difficult product to build. We are in uncharted territory because it's not like anything else. So obviously, Tesla and Elon are still tight-lipped on pricing and specifications. There's a lot of question right now, not only on when is this truck going to launch, but who's going to get it and what configuration are they launching? Because the assumption is Tesla's going to start from the top. They're going to only build and sell the tri-motor variant, the most expensive model first, and then work their way down to dual motor and then eventually single motor, if we ever see that single motor at all, because we know how Tesla works. But with that said, there may have been a leak and a tip-off on what pricing could be. Again, this is just alleged. It's an alleged leak, so take of this what you will. This is coming from, I believe it's notebookcheck.com, and they say that according to their sources, that some of the early Cybertruck reservation holders have been contacted ahead of time to say, hey, get your sort of financing ready. We're going to have your truck ready to go for you, allegedly at the event. And the pricing is going to be, quote, in the mid to high 70s. So that's given a lot of people to speculate that maybe around $75,000 is going to be the price of this tri-motor Cybertruck. There's been a lot of talk online and estimates and best guesses, and that seems about in line, seems about 75-ish for the tri-motor, then a little bit lower. I know there's different caps on, credits and things for trucks and MSRP caps and stuff like that. We don't know, but at least right now, the best guess in the community is probably around $70,000 to $75,000 for the very first Cybertrucks, at least those initial models. So if you do want to get a Cybertruck, probably anytime within the next year-ish, you're going to be paying, nearly $80,000 to get that new truck. We also do have some drone footage over Giga Texas showing what appears to be preparations for this launch event. So if everything goes according to plan, we may actually get this event within the next month or so. So hopefully Cybertruck's officially hitting the road for real this time within the next 30 to 60 days, which would be really, really exciting. Moving on from that, Tesla just made a very small but important change to their website that has some people actually kind of frustrated with them, and that is that they now include federal tax credit and estimated gas savings in the advertised price on the front page of Tesla.com. Now advertising the Model 3 to start at under $30,000 and the Model Y starting around $36,000-ish. Interesting note here is that Tesla actually used to do this for years, and it was just up until a couple of months ago that they switched from showing the estimated price with those included savings back to the actual purchase price, the MSRP. But for whatever reason, probably marketing and advertising reasons, they're switching back to including all these big savings in their calculations to what to show on the page. Now, the federal savings are great, though, again, there's rules and things that apply. Same for gas savings. Gas savings can be very conservative or very generous, depending on how long you own the car and how often you drive, though Tesla is doing everything they can to make the Model 3 and Model Y as appealing as possible to get many people to buy them so they can sort of clear their inventory before the new stuff comes. Now, as exciting as these brand new Teslas are, and trust me, I am just as excited as you, something else I'm super excited about is protecting the Tesla I've already got. And chances are, if you're watching this video, you've probably got a Model 3 or Model Y, and unfortunately, I speak from experience when I say curb rash is a horrible thing. You don't want to kiss the curb. It doesn't sound as pleasant as that. You definitely want to make sure your rims are protected, and the best way to do that is with a super sleek solution made by my friends at Magback, and this is it. It's called RimCase. RimCase is a super sleek solution that I love and use on my Model Y for like 3 big reasons. One is that the install is super simple. I also love that it sort of enhances the looks of your Tesla. It doesn't take away from it. It's not some big bulky attachment. Seamlessly goes over your rims and is going to protect them and also look really good. And then also my favorite thing, what I really love most about RimCase personally, is that this is a totally modular system. So if you do happen to kiss the curb accidentally, you get a little curb rash, you don't have to worry, no muss, no fuss. You just take off the piece that has that new blemish, put on a new piece, and you're good to go. You don't have to start from scratch, take everything off, do a whole new thing. RimCase is custom engineered and custom designed for the Model 3 and Model Y. And also a little pro tip here is that if you're like me and you had existing curb rash damage on your wheels, RimCase is sort of a 2-in-1 solution. Not only can you sort of cover up your existing flaws with your rims and make them look brand new again, but also protect those rims underneath from any other accidents or mishaps that happen. Because trust me, things happen. We're not always perfect. Happens sense to me. I'm a huge fan of Magback. I love the rim case. I know you're going to love it as well. So if you want to learn more, check it out for yourself today and protect the rims on your Model 3 and Model Y. What you need to do, hit the link down below to learn more, and also use the coupon code RobertRosenfeld15 to get 15% off your order. Again, I know my name is long, so I'm going to have it on screen, link down below. Code is RobertRosenfeld15 for 15% off. Learn more and check out for yourself today at the link right down below. Now, in terms of updates for the Model 3 Highland refresh, a couple of interesting things. One is that this image of the rear design seems to be sort of finalized. Apparently, there's been some talk from Tesla China insiders that from those who have actually seen the car, this is what it's going to look like. So that sort of gives us an idea of the front and back of the car now. And also a very interesting, controversial thing here is that this new Model 3 may not have hardware 4. According to some sources, again, take this with a grain of salt, this new hardware in the Model 3 Highland refresh would be like hardware 3.5. So maybe it would have some of the components needed to classify it as hardware 4, but not everything. We don't exactly know why this is happening. We don't know what's missing. Maybe this is because Tesla's realized that their vision-based system with hardware 4 isn't getting up to speed as fast as they thought, so they have to incorporate hardware 3 stuff for, full self-driving beta and stuff like that. We've also heard that the Model 3 will be getting this new front bumper camera, so not sure if that's part of hardware 4 or not. Things are just very confusing. It doesn't really make sense as to why Tesla would continue to fragment their camera systems in their vehicles, because now, as of right now, every vehicle in the Tesla lineup has hardware 4 but the Model 3, and now they're going to build an all-new model and still not give us hardware 4 in that? That just sort of seems weird and doesn't make sense. We're also hearing that these new Highland refresh models are basically piling up outside of China, that all Giga Shanghai is making these days is just Highland refresh models. They are not making any more older Model 3s. They're just making this new model. And also a new rumor that on August 28th, the Fremont facility in Northern California is going to be taking offline its Model 3 line to switch over to building exclusively the new Highland refresh. And then, like I mentioned a moment ago, we may actually have a date for when we could get the official launch of Highland. According again to a Tesla China insider who has had a really good track record on getting the inside scoop, they're sort of alluding to September 1st being the day that we actually get the official release of Highland, or at least the official announcement. They're very unclear on this. They're very cryptic, probably for a reason. And as of the day this video is going up, I believe it's going up like right before the end of August. So basically in a matter of days or a matter of hours, depending on when you're watching this, we may finally get the official launch of Highland to the world. And since that tweet was sent out, we've also got subsequent new tweets that also seemingly confirm that September 1st is a very, very likely day that we could finally see Highland make its debut. And one of the big theories right now, and it does sort of make sense, is that if you were to place an order right now for a Tesla, depending on where you are in the world, you might be, in a sense, sort of pre-ordering the new Model 3, and you may be one of the first to take deliveries of this all-new Highland refresh. Of course, that is just the theory as of right now. It wouldn't make sense because you're not going to get a Tesla in 24 hours if you place a custom order online, and there is a good chance that if you were to place an order now, that's sort of like pre-ordering the Highland when it launches. Again, there's still a lot of debate as to if this is going to be a launch and release, if it's just going to be a launch and then a release later on this month or later on this year. It's sort of unclear, though. Since Tesla is sort of building these in mass, especially in China, you've got a good chance if you place an order now that you could be getting one of these new Highland refresh models. Of course, we will finally, learn about this on September 1st, whether it's going to happen or not. But that is sort of the theory as to how you could pre-order this car and potentially be one of the first to get it. Also, there continues to be a huge debate in the Tesla community on the pricing of this car. Some think this car is going to be more expensive. Some think it's going to be less expensive. Some believe that this is going to be the long-rumored $20,000 Tesla. As of right now, we don't know what the pricing on this is going to be. Again, Tesla Scope had told us several months ago that their sources said that pricing would be similar to the current model, so that does not allude to me that a significant price drop is coming, though there are some other sources that said maybe this is going to be around $27,000. We don't know. What we do know is that Highland was sort of put into the production queue to be more efficient and cheaper for Tesla to build. So maybe there's some cost savings for Tesla, but not sure if those cost savings are being passed on to us. So we don't know what pricing is going to be. A lot of people are very passionate that they believe wholeheartedly that this car is going to be cheaper, though I just don't see the evidence to back that up. I think it's going to be about the same, if not a bit more expensive than the models we've got right now. But again, to be totally honest, we just don't know. There's also certainly a lot of wild cards that we just don't know about right now that hopefully we learn more about soon. For example, new colors has been in the rumor mill for a while. That Tesla may be launching new colors for the 3 and the Y very soon here in other parts of the world besides just Europe, where we've got the Quicksilver and the Midnight Cherry. Also, of course, a lot of questions on what's going to happen to the Model Y, and that's a great question, and I'm sorry to say that we don't have a lot of good news for that car. Like I had mentioned before in previous videos, according to Reuters and their sources, Model Y would not be getting any sort of update until end of 2024 or 2025. So it seems like the Model 3 is going to be the new darling of Tesla, getting all the latest and greatest technology and new design cues, which the Model Y will eventually get, but not for a significant amount of time. Though I will say, actually, to correct myself, Model Y is still relatively modern in terms of Tesla technology. It has hardware 4, it has the Ryzen-based processor, it's got basically the same under-the-hood technology of the new Model 3 that's coming, minus some of the creature comforts. So it's not going to have the RGB ambient lighting, it's not going to have ventilated seats, not going to have the rear entertainment screen, not going to have the new front and back designs for the car. Model Y is still a great buy, but just not going to look as sleek or modern as the new Highland Model 3. All right, some other news to blitz through here pretty quickly. Costco is now selling Starlink in their Japan store, which I believe is the first time you can pick up a Starlink kit at an actual brick and mortar store. Tesla has won the permits necessary needed to proceed with their dine-in movie theater in the LA area. Magic Dock is now at Superchargers in Canada. All right, guys, so I'm curious, what are your thoughts on the big Tesla news stories of the week? Your thoughts on Cybertruck, your thoughts on the event, your thoughts on Highland and Model Y. Will we actually finally get Highland news on September 1st? I hope we finally get this car. It'd be nice to sort of get something new in the Tesla news cycle for a change, and I'd love to actually see this and finally know all the details. Let me know your thoughts down below. Also, I've got a chance for you guys to win $25 of free Amazon money. All you've got to do is 3 simple things: like this video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment down below. That's it, and you've got a chance to win. Enter it automatically. I'll pick a winner in a week and contact you. As always, I appreciate you guys watching these videos. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you all in the next one.